Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in to yet another interesting episode. If you're coming across me for the first time, my name is Nerea Atieno. I am a lifestyle creator and a new mom. I keep doing these intros from time to time like this for new viewers that we have on board so they can know what we're all about. I decided we'll be doing one sit down video or something different each week as we wait for the vlogs. Vlogs take quite a bit of time to put together and edit because they're based on real life experiences. So as we wait for the vlogs, I decided the channel cannot be idling. So at least have something meaningful in between, which we are doing today for the first time, I guess. So in this episode, we're talking about work, finances, and everything. What drove me to talk about this is when someone asked me on Instagram how they could make money as a stay-at-home mom. I'm not coming to give advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just talking about these things based on real life experiences and what I know. So don't take it like I'm coming to advise you. We are just, we're just having a discussion. And as a mom, I really do understand where you're coming from. Whoever asked that question. As I scroll through social media, as I listen and watch to most moms on Instagram, TikTok, wherever, because right now I'm a mom and that is the content I'm consuming sana. So many different videos regarding many topics or many situations normally come on my FYP, and I just like to interact, check the comments, see what people are saying. I've also come across such a video where someone is talking about how, let's say they became a mom, and even if they were working, they had a 9 to 5, it got to a point where they had to step back, go and stay home with the child a bit. And now they felt like life is over, there's nothing to do. And this was based on many reasons. Let's say number one, you didn't have a good nanny to stay back with the child at home, or just something that comes up. I might go to a point where you just took it upon yourself and said that, hapa nisipoingilia kati, if I don't intervene, vitu zitaenda vibaya for the sake of your child. So for some people, that was the reason as to why you became stay-at-home moms. For some, let's just be quite honest, motherhood sometimes can make you prioritize the child over yourself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you're a first-time mom or a new mom, this happens a lot. It's not a problem because it is for the good of you and your child. For other people's cases, it's usually maybe they used to go to work, and from what I've seen from a few close people is that, let's say someone used to go to work, then after they became a mom, it became also difficult going back to work. Or like from the time they were given maternity leave, it became a bit difficult for them to get right back to working, and they had to stay home, and they still want to earn, especially if you are used to earning. Then now motherhood has come and there's no source of income. Sometimes it's usually a bit difficult and you wonder, how am I going to navigate from here? Before we get to the work bit of it and the financial bit of it and all that, those who are mothers know this. Motherhood is not just the birth of your child. When you become a mom, when you bear a child, it's not just the birth of your child. It's also your own birth, like it's a rebirth. Because clearly the person you were before you became a mother is a bit or totally different from the person you will become after you become a mom. So it's like a rebirth. It's like you're trying to do everything. For me, for instance, let me tell you for how it was and how it has been for me. I felt like I'm doing everything in life for the first time again. It didn't feel like I just had a child, now I'm just continuing with life. No, it felt like I'm learning to do everything again from scratch for the first time. Something as simple as even walking in heels. Because basically, motherhood changes your life to suit this small child that is growing up to a certain age, like let's say maybe up to when they're 2 years old. So your life, even if it does not change etisana, it kind of twists your life. It kind of twitches your life to suit and accommodate everything about this growing baby. And this can affect some aspects of your life. If you are a mother, am I lying? Yeah, so that is what it majorly does. And you have to know how to live this new life and still be the person you were. But you really can't be the person you initially were. It cannot. Huwezi kuwa the person you initially were. And we have to accept, we sometimes struggle to accept that to accept this new life. Not that it is difficult. It has just changed. It has changed, and it's a bit difficult to accept or to adapt to it. Take for instance, when I had just given birth, of course, with me, Kwanzaa, I added weight. So I think I've been struggling with identity shift a little bit, because sometimes in the back of my mind, something tells me that I can wear what I used to wear, but I'm not that size. Nikienda kupima napata initoshi. If I go trying on whatever I think can suit me, that cannot suit me at this moment. And at times I just sit there and be sad and be like, now why? How come this thing cannot fit me? So like it's like, and I think I struggled a bit with identity shift. Just a bit. And it was not immediately after I had given birth, it was months later after birth. Those watching me for the first time, I am almost 6 months postpartum. I learned to live this new life. Learn to live this new life. If it is the weight, or the new body, accept it. You'll be more at ease and at peace once you've accepted the new life. You will slowly get back to yourself. But we have a whole lifetime. We have a whole lifetime to get back to ourselves. Higher. Let's get back to the income part of it. So the person that asked me about what they can do as a stay-at-home mom told me not to include business as an idea of what they can do. Let me tell you something. From my experience, if you're a stay-at-home mom, an online business can work best for you, because then you can watch your baby while doing the business. That is number one. Number two, content creation. But this does not mean that if you start the business, it will peak now and you'll start earning very well from it now. Impossible. Another one, virtual assistant jobs. Another one, online writing. I wish I knew sources where you can get the VA jobs and the online writings. I would have plugged you, but akisijui. I don't know. I normally just hear people talk about them. Forex. It sounds like a joke, but you can do it. So when it comes to business ideas, I can give you many that I have in mind. Please take note that everyone else is doing these kinds of businesses. You just have to know how to market uniquely. You just have to figure out how you're going to market these things that you're going to sell. You just have, because everyone is, like me, I was selling clothes. Everyone is selling clothes. So you have to come up with a unique way of marketing and entrusting customers to you and your brand and keeping them, which isn't an easy thing to do. Before you venture into any of these things, just know that when it comes to business or like content creation, you have to give it like 6 months to a year, or even content creation kwanza takes a bit longer to give you income. Even businesses, depending on the business you're doing, your resilience is what will determine if you will be able to do that business or not. Because business can take a bit of time before it peaks, but once it peaks, the better. Here are some of the ideas you can do at home. Number one, crocheting. You can learn how to crochet at home. Crochet business. Crocheting is very much possible. It's very, very much possible. Hata hii kushona tu nguo. You can learn from home and start marketing online. I know it takes a bit of time. Crocheting also takes time sana. Kitambo, I never did crocheting, but I used to make cute mats from home. Hata nimesahau nilikuwa na buy hiyo kitu ya mat ya chini, and now they easy to nywele to juu. Yeah? So making mats from home. Another idea, selling jewelry. And just know, if you're venturing into any of these things, marketing matters most. You can try research where you can get good quality jewelry and sell at the comfort of your home. And just know how you'll market, package your brand, get suppliers, whether it's from Alibaba, whether it's buying. I normally see people sell suppliers. Another thing, thrifting and reselling baby clothes. Again, you just have to know how to market to find your audience and customers. Then apart from those few that I've mentioned, you also should learn a few skills here and there. Skills also can take you really far. The skills I tried to learn, for instance, editing, reels, YouTube videos, nini. Another skill that I used to learn kitambo kidogo, applying makeup. We're in the social media era where you can just easily market your skill. Making candles from home, you can sell scented candles. You can be baking from home, you can do pastry from home. If you know and love how to cook like me, you can cook, you can start a cooking business. Uanze kupika, uanze kusupply online. Ama open a physical location based on how your area looks like. There's a business that used to thrive when I was in campus. There's a guy that used to sell juice just near where I used to study. So that guy used to sell fresh juice and he used to earn a lot of money because alikuanga na customers wengi. Fresh juice kila mtu alikuwa anapitia hapo kuget. So depending on how your place looks like, you can sell fresh juice. You can do graphic design from home, making flyers, social media posters, business logos. Yes, you can learn graphic design and do that from home. You can learn photography and invest in that. Kama mimi, I also love, my love for content creation includes also photography. I'm personally a very good photographer. If you even come across me in public and tell me to take a picture of you or a video, naweza kutake, hata mtu adhani ni photographer amekutake na kumbe ni mimi nimekuchukua. So like you just have to find your talent ama what you're good at and monetize that. I don't even know the number of things I've mentioned so far, but just know that whatever you are doing is not new under the sun. Somebody else has already done it. Many other people are already doing it. You just have to find unique ways of marketing it and reaching your desired clients. Then if you're into content creation like me, the one thing that will make you succeed is consistency. I'm also struggling so much with that. Everyone else is doing content. There are a lot of content creators. If I just open now, even right now, YouTube and see how many people are doing whatever type of content, a lot of people are doing content. But the ones that win the most are the ones that are most creative. Some of the people I look up to when it comes to content creation are someone like Diana Bahati. I've watched her for a long time. When I watch videos on YouTube or on social media, basically, I normally, yes, I watch to have fun and, see what the video is about, but I normally watch from a creator's point of view. I don't just watch to just consume and just, scroll to the next video. Like I'm normally keen on certain things, like what has she done there? What feature is that she's used to edit there, and go back to CapCut and check if, or any other app I'm using to check if I can find that feature or something. You get what I'm saying? Then another business idea is the balloons and decorating business. I don't know how to call it. Like you're busy mtu tengeneza balloon garland and goals to decorate events, nini. Yeah, if you're into styling also, you can put your, you just have to put your work out there. You can put your work out there as a stylist and style the biggest of the biggest people, the biggest artists in Kenya, whoever. Yes, because now let's say, for instance, now me, of course, one day I'll become big. Then now I don't know how to dress up. I am big, I'm out there, people know, hey, Nerani, Winnie, oh, I'm a big deal, then outfit ndo iniangushe. So people need stylists. A lot of rich people don't know how to dress, guys. So styling does pay. When it comes to skills, there are a couple of skills you can learn. Also initially used to do people's hair, nilikuwa nashuka watu nywele. So it's something I just had interest with. Then just went to YouTube, and anything you want to do, guys, just get into YouTube and learn from there. You want to crochet? YouTube. You want to learn how to do people's hair? YouTube. You want to learn how to make candles? YouTube. You want to learn how to meal prep for people? YouTube. Everything, YouTube. Everything, I'm telling you. Makeup, sijui nini, everything. You can learn everything from scratch on YouTube. Don't wait for sijui nani atakuja kukufunza. No. You can just learn by yourself. Trust me. Learn, put into practice. Then the more you keep doing something, the more you keep getting better at it. I also started YouTube a while back. I started YouTube kitambo. If you scroll, look down, you'll see my videos. Some of them are very whack. But the more I kept shooting, the more I kept editing, I kept learning about how to edit. I kept learning about what to do, angles that to shoot, lighting, the best cameras, what to invest in when it comes to shooting, what to do, what not to do. So the more you keep, and I know I've not learned everything yet. I'm still not there yet. I'm still not, of course, where I want to be yet, but I keep learning each day. The more you do, the more you learn, the more you become better at it. I said this is the year where I'm doing content creation full time. I want to do content creation full time from this year going forward. For me, I've chosen to do content creation full time because the future is bright up on Bele. I know you've seen me doing other things previously in the past, but yeah, I'm the vision holder. And which takes me to something Lynn Gugi was talking about yesterday. She was talking about how she started switching from the content she used to do initially. She's switched kidogo to something else. Then she said that people started complaining that, oh, why did you now stop doing whatever you are doing? You are now diverting to another direction. And she said she spoke my mind exactly. Let's say even now I switched from this content to whatever content I want to do. the audience of that other content I want to do will find me. So whatever your direction of content you're headed, your audience will still find you. Yeah. So she was saying, in as much as people would tell you, we are used to you doing this, stop doing that, I don't think that is good for you. You are the vision holder. You are the one who's seeing the things that people are not seeing. You're the owner of the vision. Wewe ndo uko na hiyo vision. Watu wengine hawaoni, but wewe unaiona. Also, in as much as you want to start doing all these things, or you want to venture into something new, maybe some people might discourage you. Some people might not regard what you want to do as important, because of course it's not important to them. They're not the ones holding the vision. They're not the vision bearers or the vision holders. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to put in the work. You don't get distracted. Focus and pray for God to lead and guide you. I was saying the other reason as to why I want to do content creation full time is because you remember during COVID, and COVID was a worldwide situation. So it affected a lot of businesses, it affected a lot of jobs, and the only few jobs that remained standing were, number one, that's when content creators thrived the most during a pandemic. Imagine. That's when they made the most money. That's when Netflix made the most money. That's when people on YouTube got to even 1 million views, 1 million subscribers. That's when the digital space made a lot of money. You get it? And also people in IT made lots of money. I think I'm going to study an IT course. I don't know what I'll do. Programming, coding, misijui. In school, I've done aeronautical engineering. Very different from IT, but up and I'll decide what I want to do in IT, cybersecurity. Sijui. I want to see what I'll do when it comes to IT. Lazima. I do something. So that is one of the reasons as to why I want to do content creation full time. It's something that can earn you money even on the worst situations. Because people are always on their phones. People are always scrolling. Ukiona stress, ukiwa umezubazuba tu hivi, you open your phone. You want to see, okay, who has posted what? You just keep scrolling nini. Then as opposed to everything else I've done in the past, what I love about content creation is that you can do it anywhere you are. If I decide that right now I want to travel, I'm still going, that is content. I'm still going to travel and shoot content there and do my content there. The another thing about content, at least because the job is there with you. Una travel na kazi, you are the job. So you don't have to worry that I've left someone behind. They're not going to do things the way I don't want and whatnot. So with content, at least you are secure and you are sure that you are the job. So if you mess up, it's just you. There's nobody else to blame it. Then it's something you can earn from while you are sleeping. You can decide to take, if you've worked really well and organized and scheduled your work properly, you can even rest for 2 straight weeks. These 2 weeks, I'm going to rest. I'm going to take some time off and, just cool off. That's what I love about it also the most. Yeah, so as stay-at-home moms, you can do a couple of things. You just have to figure out what your strengths are, what you're good at, what you can do that isn't, of course you can do something that you love. Of course we advise do something that you love, but it doesn't mean that if you love that thing, it won't get boring at some point. You have to know what to do when it gets boring. Whether it's a business, whether it's content, you just have to know how you'll keep going. Whether it's boring, whether there's no income, whether there are difficulties, whether you're facing challenges, you have to know how to keep going. This is mostly for my unemployed people. Employed people, I kind of feel like you're privileged. Actually, employment is, okay, I'm not saying employment is easy, but I don't know if I should say it is better. Because, huku kwingine side yenye tuko employed, yenye unajitegemea, you're depending on you're relying on your own creativity, you're relying on your own, you're relying on yourself to get the income. It's quite a bit not easy. Sometimes you're not creative enough. So you have to know how to show up even then. You get. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I don't want to put a lot of unnecessary parts. I just want to put the most important points in this video. So life is generally just a learning process. If you're confused and don't know what to do, don't worry. You'll find your footing. God will lead you to the right direction, imagine. And if you're a new mom, don't worry. We are here together. We will adjust to everything else that we initially used to do. I think we've come to the end of this video. Share your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for watching up to the end. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on any new upload. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.